BMW, a name that screams luxury, performance, and precision. But behind the badge, not every engine tells a success story. Some are mechanical masterpieces that earned BMW its legendary status, while others became nightmares that emptied wallets and shattered reputations. Today we're diving into the real truth, the 3 BMW engines you should never trust, and the 4 that prove why the brand still deserves its fans. Let's start with one that fooled even the most loyal enthusiasts. Number 3 on the worst list, the N54 twin-turbo inline-6. Back in 2006, this engine looked like BMW's rebirth. Smooth power, lightning torque, and endless tuning potential. It turned the 335i into a rocket ship and gave everyday drivers the feeling of a true M car. For a moment, the N54 was a hero. But heroes can fall fast. The same technology that made it thrilling also made it fragile. The high-pressure fuel pump failures became so common that BMW extended warranties just to calm the storm. Then came turbo rattles, wastegate failures, and carbon buildup that made the engine cough like an old smoker. For enthusiasts, it was a bittersweet romance, intoxicating speed with constant heartbreak. Owning one felt like dating your dream partner, only to realize they come with drama you can't afford. The N54 proved one harsh truth. Sometimes, genius can self-destruct. Number 2. The ticking diesel disaster, the N47 and N57. BMW built these to dominate Europe's diesel market. Efficient, torquey, and ready to cruise at high speeds all day long. But under the surface, a time bomb was waiting. BMW, in their infinite wisdom, placed the timing chain at the back of the engine, pressed right up against the firewall. So when it started to stretch, replacing it meant pulling out the entire motor. Mechanics hated it. Owners hated it even more. The chain failures came early and without mercy. A faint rattle on startup was the only warning before catastrophic failure. Add in clogged EGR valves, worn turbos, and expensive labor, and suddenly your efficient diesel became a black hole for money. Imagine buying a Swiss watch that stops ticking after a year. Beautiful, precise, useless. That's the N47 and N57 in one sentence. Number 1. The wallet-crushing N63 V8, BMW's first twin-turbo. V8 looked like a dream come true. Brutal power, endless torque, the kind of engine that makes a 7 Series feel like a supercar. But underneath the luxury lies chaos. Timing chains stretched too soon. Valve stem seals failed so badly some owners carried spare oil in their trunks. And those turbos, buried deep in the hot V design, they cooked themselves to death. What started as BMW's crown jewel became its biggest embarrassment. Repairs easily hit 5 figures. And BMW's customer care package was their quiet way of saying, yeah, we messed up. The N63 is like a toxic relationship, stunning, seductive, and financially devastating. Every mechanic knows, once you've fixed one, you never want to see another. But not all is doom and gloom. BMW has also built engines so good they've achieved near-mythical status. Let's switch gears and talk about the ones that made history. Number 4. The high-rev hero, the S54. Found in the E46 M3, this engine doesn't just make power. It sings it. 333 horsepower, a red line past 8,000 RPM, and a soundtrack that gives goosebumps every single time. It's raw, emotional, and demanding. The kind of engine that turns every drive into a story. The S54 isn't for everyone. It requires care and respect. But for those who get it, it's not just an engine. It's art in motion. Number 3. The perfectly balanced M54. The early 2000s were BMW's golden era, and the M54 was its heart. No turbos, no gimmicks, just a naturally aspirated inline-6 that delivered smooth, honest power. It's the engine that made the E46 330i and E39 530i feel alive without trying too hard. Simple, reliable, and soulful. The M54 is like your favorite pair of jeans. Not flashy, but always perfect. Even 2 decades later, it reminds drivers why they fell in love with BMW in the first place. Number 2. The everyday hero, the N52. Quietly dependable, endlessly smooth, and refreshingly simple. While other engines chased performance or efficiency, the N52 just worked. No turbos to fail, no complicated electronics to ruin your day. It's the kind of engine that never complains, never surprises you with bills, and just keeps running. For owners who wanted the BMW experience without the BMW drama, the N52 was the answer. It's not the loudest in the room, but it's the one that shows up every day. And finally, number 1, the modern masterpiece, the B58. This is the redemption story BMW desperately needed. After years of turbo nightmares, the B58 arrived like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Found in the 340i, Z4, and even the new Toyota Supra, it's everything BMW promised but rarely delivered. Smooth, powerful, and unbelievably reliable. The B58 doesn't just perform, it inspires confidence. It's strong right out of the box, yet responds beautifully to tuning without the fear of breaking something vital. BMW learned from its mistakes. The B58 feels like a love letter to enthusiasts, a reminder that the ultimate driving machine still means something. It's the engine that brought the magic back. So, what's the takeaway? If you're chasing BMW perfection, avoid the heartbreakers, the N54, N47, and N63. But if you want the engines that define the brand at its best, look for the S54, M54, N52, or the mighty B58. Each one tells a story of what happens when engineering meets emotion. At its worst, BMW builds frustration. At its best, it builds legends. The difference lies under the hood. And now, you know which ones to trust. If you love learning what makes great cars truly great, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and share this video with someone who dreams of owning a BMW. Because knowledge is power, especially when it saves you from a $10,000 repair bill. This is Room Diagnosis, where we expose the truth behind the badge.